First home buyers and income. So when a bank's assessing how much of a loan they're going to give you, they're going to look at your income. And there's essentially three sorts of income. So we have full-time income, self-employed income, casual income, and part-time income. Now, full-time income is the gold standard. Banks love it. They will accept that income straight away and they'll use 100% of it. If you have variable income, so overtime, commissions, something like that, generally a bank will want to see 3 to 6 months of consistent payments, and then they'll adopt that income, but they may only adopt part of it. So for example, they might only take 80% of your overtime rather than 100%. Part-time is similar to full-time income, but the banks will look at what your minimum hours are. Now, if you're doing hours over the minimum hours, they will often treat that the same way as they would variable income, like commission. So, in other words, they'll adopt it, but they'll want to see a history of it, and they may not adopt 100% of the income. We then have casual income. So, casual income is slightly more difficult. The majority of banks will want you to have been at your job for at least 12 months. Then what they'll do is they will take your average earnings across that time and multiply it by 48 weeks in the year to allow for 4 weeks of unpaid leave. Now, there's some banks out there who will accept the income at 6 months, but there's not that many. And then occasionally there's the rare unicorn who will accept it at under 6 months. But if those guys exist, which they don't always exist, they often have very difficult lending criteria and their interest rates tend to be a little bit higher. When we're looking at self-employed income is the most difficult type of income we deal with. So what we'll have for self-employed income is we'll have sole traders. So a really common one we're coming across at the moment is people who are on the NDIS who have an ABN and are running as a sole trader and are getting income from that. And then obviously we've got people who have companies. Now, again, the majority of banks, if not all of them, they will want you to have your ABN for at least 2 years. They will then look at what's called your notice of assessment. So your notice of assessment is your taxable income that you declared to the ATO, and they will take an average of the last 2 years, and that's the income that they're going to adopt. It is a little bit more technical with self-employed. Sometimes you'll have depreciation and tax add-backs, but that's really on a case-by-case situation that we'd need to discuss with you. So in summary, the ideal income to have is full-time income. Banks love it. Second best is part-time. If you've got casual income and you can go full-time or part-time, that's going to be much better than trying to run it through as a casual employee. Hope that helps.